brings new opportunities. And I was ready to make a statement. How does the saying go?
When you let any social thoughts drop out of your head, when you think, no one has to like me. In fact, I'd prefer if they didn't. I just want what I want. I am single-minded. It is an incredible feeling. Not something that you can really live in real life for very long at all, hopefully. But it's so phenomenal. It's such a good feeling. I think there's been a few incarnations of that. I mean, nothing as extreme as that, though. That really is like an entirely different person that she's becoming, like a complete loss of empathy. I've never had like a full gaining or loss of empathy in that way. So to play that extreme of a version, that I've never gone through. And that was much more exciting probably than any major transformation like that. It was so amazing. Well, because Nadia Stacey, who did the hair and makeup, and then Jenny Bevan, who did the costumes, they're so brilliant. And they're just like doing their art on you. And then you can look in the mirror and go like, I did none of this. And it's all been put on me. And I just get to, they do so much of your job for you that it was like the greatest gift. You just sort of sit still and then you are done and you're like, what happened here? And Guy Common, who did my makeup, who is just, you need to look at his Instagram. It's unbelievable. It was really like, it's almost not fair. It's not fair. They did that and they sort of like get all the credit for Cruella in a way. It was pretty funny to practice it, honestly. There was a lot of practicing it in the shower because it's actually embarrassing to practice in front of people, a laugh. You can work on movement with people, or you can work on the dialect with my dialect coach, Neil Swain, but the laugh is like a very vulnerable thing to do in front of anybody else. Because if it's wrong, you're like, you don't want someone to go like, that's your Cruella laugh. It's a process, it's a process. I think the biggest turning points have actually come from not utilizing it. Any version of failure in my life or things that have gone really wrong because I didn't speak up for myself or speak up for what I needed to do. I've been sort of slapped in the face for that. And I don't mean physically. I mean, sort of like in work or in relationships, I've had a sort of like, like friendships. If you don't say what you feel and then and something goes amiss, you really do learn pretty quickly. Like, I need to speak up in moments like this, or people can't read your mind. So things can go really off the rails if you assume that people are going to be able to read your mind. So that's a turning point of using your voice in a positive way, whether it's with, people you love or especially at work. This year we started a company, a production company, and being able to sort of do that as well, to produce as well as be an actor. As an actor, you really are a cog in the machine, and rightfully so. You're part of that's what you're there to do. You're there to fulfill someone else's vision. And so to get to produce as well and have your voice heard in a little bit of a different way, a way in more, has been really, really empowering and exciting, and not something that I really felt prepared to do for many, many years. And I had a lot to learn, and I still have so much to learn, but that's been really an empowering kind of feeling. For an actor, you sort of have two options. One is that you can try to sort of fold into other people's ideas of you, what you can play, what you look like, what you are supposed to be. Or you can go, okay, you have to carve some type of path that is your own and just be sort of like not for everyone. you know, not like someone that people aren't that into. Like there's like probably quite a lot of people that are like, she's not for me. No good. No, thank you. Which I get because a lot of times I feel that way about me as well. I think if you're not a straight white man, you're put into a box. If you're anything other than that, you get put into boxes. I don't think it's just women. You know what's worse is not even the boxes that I feel other people have put me in. It's the boxes I feel I've put myself in. That's the harder thing to unpack for me. Because I think from a young age, I thought I needed to be a particular way. And I had I just so much anxiety and I was so convinced that I needed to do everything right and I couldn't. So I think from a young age, I put myself into boxes from being anxious and it really I think limited me for a really long time and still does in some ways. Anyway, so that kind of, I guess those aren't necessarily boxes, but those are personality traits that I've held on myself. So it's almost worse than someone else doing it to you because at least if someone else is doing it to you, you could be like, no, I'm going to break this. But when you're doing it to yourself, man, that's like a self-imprisonment. It sucks.